Welcome to RaidGuys.com's video guide to Durumu in Throne of Thunder on 10-man normal difficulty. My name is Arch and I will be guiding you through this encounter. This is, we could call it a two-phase fight, I guess. Phase 1, ignore the dog. Phase 1, he will do light spectrum. In phase 2, he will do pew pew laser beam. This is phase 1. During phase 1, there will be an ability called Lingering Gaze coming up, which you can see now. It's on 2 raid members. You want to ideally drop this debuff towards the edge of the platform so it's not right in the middle of the way for when you're having to dodge the laser beam pew pew later on. You also do Force of Will, which is coming up now. Selects a target, does a cone towards that target. If you're inside of this when it hits, it will do damage and then knock you off and you'll die. So stay out of the purple shit. Now this is light spectrum here. He'll choose 3 players. One will be red, one will be green, one will be yellow, sorry, and one will be blue. Now, there is 3 ads around the room called Crimson Fog. These will be hidden until the red beam comes on them. Now you end this phase by killing all 3 Crimson Fogs. So, now, red beam follows the person that it's on. Blue beam follows the person that it's on. Yellow beam, once it's placed, will go off on its own around the room in its either clockwise or anti-clockwise motion, whichever one it feels like doing. If the blue, there is also a blue ad, which if he gets found, you want to kill it, but it will do a lot of damage to the raid. So ideally, just before all the beams activate, you will see a light flash of 3 red and 1 blue circles. This is where the fogs are going to be. So the person with blue wants to keep an eye out for that and make sure they stand in a place where there isn't a blue fog. And once you're in a safe zone, just stand there, don't move. Now the damage, the colour cones will do damage to the person it's on, but the more people in there, the less damage it does. So you all want to spread out between the 3 colours. However, while you're in there, you're going to start receiving a stacking debuff, increasing your damage received from that colour. Which means the next time that phase comes round, you ideally want to be in a different colour zone. Now this will probably happen 3 times conveniently, which means you're roughly, hopefully, going to have the debuff for all 3 colours, and so you won't be building up one too high. Now this is phase 2. He'll cast Disintegration Beam. Now it's safe at first. Damage doesn't come in, and then either left or right side will be the safe zone. You know which is the safe zone because you can see the little lightning sparks on the floor. So once those up, you choose a side, and then the black shit will start to fill in. Now this is kind of like a maze. You can see as the beam gets closer to the fog, the big fog will disappear, revealing a safe zone through the maze. You can kind of see roughly where the safe zone is going to be, so you can preempt it. It is very easy. You do have plenty of time. I mean, the closer you are to the boss, fucking dog, the closer you are to the boss, the less distance you have to technically travel, but obviously the smaller the gap you have. It is quite straightforward. But if you do feel like you're a bit worried, then go a bit further out and use some sort of speed increase. Now, at this point, he will gain Drain Life. This targets a player and begins draining their life, and it stuns them. Every time it hits them, it increases the damage it does and increases the amount of health he'll heal by. So what you need is somebody, after they get hit, somebody will intercept the beam, and they will then get stunned, and it will start ticking off of them. Then somebody else needs to intercept the beam, they will get stunned and start ticking off of them. You need to keep doing this so the stacks don't get too high, because if the stacks get too high, he'll start healing for a mega amount, and you're going to just, you're going to delay this fight so long, but it will just wipe you up because you'll just run out of mana or enrage or something like that. So you want to, that is the most annoying part of this fight, is dealing with the siphon life. Because if you don't do that right, then you're just going to have a hell of a time. After that happens, it's pretty much rinse and repeat. Back into the light spectrum, get your beams. As long as you handle them correctly, they'll be fine. Kill the Crimson Fogs, avoid the blue one, and then he'll go back into Disintegration Beam, and you just got to work around the maze. Okay, so good luck. I'll leave the rest of the video footage up for you to see how the kill went. Have fun, and we'll see you in the next boss.